food industry, the media, these are bad, in my opinion. These are bad things. And if you look at pharmaceuticals, it's like the holiest of holy. I mean, I had dinner with a dying kid's mother the other night, and I known this woman for 5 years. And in the intervening 5 years, I'd made hundreds of millions of dollars. And I started off on a pledge to help save her kid's life. And her kid's 5 years older, and very little has been done to save her child's life because this scientific problem is extremely difficult. And if you think about pharma focused on extending lives, extending healthcare, and the best drugs or the most selling drugs are the ones that actually save lives. This isn't an industry to hate. If you're going to hate an industry, hate reality TV, hate tobacco.
No, Martin Shkreli, no. Reality TV is our last great hope.
hate food processors. Hate something that does.
You really are a health Nazi, aren't you? You're a health Nazi. Are you one of those? Are you one of those like raw juice people?
No. I think that's all bullshit. But, my sister was dying. She progressively went from this happy-go-lucky kind of 13-year-old girl to wheelchair-bound. And it turns out, I thought she had cancer. Most people thought she had cancer. Turns out she had an infection that went away with an IV antibiotic very easily and quickly, and her life was saved. And that, to me, it's a little bit of a miracle. And to be able to do that as a drug industry, I think it's really cool. But what's funny to me is that people don't realize that this stuff doesn't just grow on trees. That there actually is money that needs to be spent. And some of the sort of social justice warriors, or whatever you want to call them, on Twitter, that have said, well, just make the drugs without the profit. And you're sitting there scratching your head like,
these people who have never been near a lab in college, they've done women's studies or African studies or gender studies. They've never so much as seen a microscope in real life, let alone, find out the humble microscope. Like, that's going to cost you $200. Like, you want to try and fix AIDS? Might cost some money. Dude. Like, there's this thing called research and development.
Yeah, my scientists are like the greatest people in the world. They're so nice. They're not greedy at all. They do it for the science. But one of my top scientists, he has 4 kids. How is he going to provide for his kids without profit? And Daraprim was, we basically took a drug that if you'd like to buy, I don't know, something that has a homogeneous price, like say a bottle of wine would be an example, a middle class bottle of wine, a decent bottle of wine, say it's $100.
Yeah.
And you bought a winemaker that was selling wine for 5 cents. And you said, hold on a second, this winemaker's driving itself out of business. I need to price it in line with the other wines that are being sold in this industry. And it doesn't matter that you didn't invent the wine, you didn't stamp on the grapes yourself. The point is, you bought this company, they should be selling the wine for $100, and now they're going to sell it for $100, and the company's going to be fine. That's what we did with Daraprim. People can't understand that.